Hello everyone, you're now with me, Ruben Gomez for TVS News at 5. Let's moving on to the news. Flood waters in 2 districts in Sarawak were stagnant as of 4 p.m. today, with 528 evacuees housed in temporary relief centres. According to the State Disaster Management Committee Secretariat, 12 flood evacuees taking shelter at Sekolah Kebangsaan Tanah Puteh, Syrian have been allowed to go home, taking the total number of flood victims housed at the relief centre to 338. However, the number of evacuees in Dewan Serbaguna Ranchan, also in Syrian, maintained at 35 people as at 12 p.m. today. 3 more relief centres currently operating in the district, namely Dewan Kampung Selabi and Tukuh with 42 victims, Dewan Masyarakat Syrian 148 and Dewan Kampung Rimba Padi 75. Besides Syrian, Simunjan maintains its flood evacuees at 175 people, currently housed in 4 relief centres. Of the total, 96 victims are housed at the Dewan Mesra Simunjan, Dewan Kampung Tango Sebuyau 40, Dewan Masyarakat Lubok Buntin 27, and Kampung Seruyuk Mosque Sebuyau 12. The Health Ministry MOH is carrying out the procurement of low-depth volume syringes needed to administer the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine injections in the country. According to Health Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Etam Baba, the syringe was needed and appropriate for the vaccine because it could avoid wastage and maximize the number of doses to be given, especially in the first phase of the national COVID-19 immunization program, which will begin on February 26. Low-depth volume syringes generally refer to zero-waste syringes, thus ensuring that the recipient of the injection receives the entire dose of vaccine he or she needs. Last Saturday, Dr. Etam was reported to have said that the MOH needed 12 million low-depth volume syringes to inject 20% of the country's population or 6 million recipients in the first phase of the vaccination program. The Malaysian Examination Board LPM today clarified that no changes will be implemented to this year's Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM examination format. Citing a newspaper report, LPM rectified the matter related to purported changes in the format of the SPM examinations in the future is not true and that no confirmation were made by the board. It said that the report, which was published in the Malay language daily, has caused a lot of confusions to the public, especially to SPM 2020 candidates. The statement added if there are any changes to the format of SPM examination and assessment system, LPM will inform in the public officially. On February 7th, the Daily published a report entitled Wajah Baru SPM on the front page, with accompanying articles on pages 2 and 3. As a Chinese New Year is coming this week, Malayan banking Berhad Maybank is expecting about 1.7 million e-Ang Pao transactions worth over 60 million ringgit to be conducted by customers during the Chinese New Year festive season this year. In light of the pandemic, the e-Ang Pao service provides customers who are unable to meet with their families a safe and convenient way to participate in the cherished tradition. The bank said it had received an encouraging response to its e-Ang Pao service in 2020, where the number of transactions increased to 840,000. It added that the e-Ang Pao service is expected to grow in 2021 as more customers become comfortable with the notions of sending e-Ang Pao during Chinese New Year, especially in the new normal. Maybank customers can send e-Ang Pao to family and friends by clicking on the e-Ang Pao icon exclusively on the all-new app MAE by Maybank to You from today, February 8 until March 7th. China has been the largest trading partner of Malaysia for the 12 consecutive years and is expected to be the largest foreign direct investment source in the manufacturing sector for 5 consecutive years. China and Malaysia's bilateral relations have continued to grow in strength in various aspects throughout 2020, although the world was affected by the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. China's ambassador to Malaysia, Ouyang Yu-jing, said China and Malaysia are good friends and their relations had stood to the test of time. The ambassador noted that China and Malaysia had helped and supported each other in facing the pandemic. He said the close relations were reflected in the cooperations between both government and their people on sharing experiences on the pandemic prevention and control, vaccine development, as well as donating medical supplies to each other. He added that the mutually beneficial cooperation between both nations has been growing rapidly. He said that even during the pandemic, high-level visits between both countries remained uninterrupted. Youth and Sports Minister Datuk Sri Rizal Merican Naina Merican has promised to assist the Badminton Associations of Malaysia BAM in organising the Malaysia Open and Malaysia Masters tournaments. According to him, although organising international tournaments will be difficult due to the COVID-19 pandemic, his ministry was confident it could be achieved via the sports bubble concept, like was done for the two Thailand Open and Badminton World Federation BWF World Tour finals in Bangkok recently. Rizal Merican said that there was a likely possibility that he would meet BAM President Tan Sri Muhammad Norizal Zakaria to discuss the matter in greater detail, including on the return on investment ROI accrued by the Badminton Associations of Thailand in organising the three tournaments. Palm oil investors will be keeping a close watch on export data for February to gauge demand from the crop's biggest buyers, India and China. Eyes would be focusing on the official data on supplies and exports to be released on Wednesday by the Malaysian Palm Oil Board. TVS CIMB futures Adrian Berhad said that palm oil futures advanced further on expectations that inventories in second biggest producer Malaysia will tumble to their lowest since 2007 as recent floods and scarce labour curbed yields. According to cargo surveyor Intertech Testing Services, Malaysian shipments jumped 77% in the February 1st to 5th period from a month ago, led by stronger demand from Europe, Africa and India. Citing the overnight news from Brownfield AG News, it said that soybean oil futures were mixed, mostly higher on commercial spread trade. Well, that concludes the news at 5. Remember, tonight 11:30 p.m. with Handy Gui. Ruben Gomez, anytime, anywhere.